In the heart of the night, when the moon is the only source of light, the Provo Canyon becomes a realm of shadows and whispers, a world that exists just beyond the edge of our everyday understanding. It's a place of solitude, where the wind rustles through the trees, and the river murmurs its endless haunting lullaby. The moonlight paints everything with a ghostly pallor, casting long, treacherous shadows that seem to dance and flicker with a life of their own. In this chilling tableau, a group of friends found themselves, their laughter and camaraderie a stark contrast to the silent, brooding wilderness. They had chosen to embark on a midnight hike, a journey into the unknown, drawn by the allure of adventure and the thrill of the nocturnal world. They thought it was just another hike. Little did they know, they were stepping into the mouth of a mystery that would consume their night. As the clock struck 12, our band of brave souls set forth into the heart of the canyon. A chill wind whistled through the desolate trails as they embarked on their midnight hike. The Provo Canyon, bathed in the glow of the moonlight, was a sight to behold. Yet beneath its stark beauty, something stirred. Their journey began with an air of excitement. Laughter echoed through the night, and stories were shared around the glow of their torchlights. The thrill of the unknown fueled their adventurous spirits, and the camaraderie among them was palpable. Each step they took was a step into the unknown, a step towards a night they would remember for the rest of their lives. As they ventured deeper into the canyon, however, the jovial atmosphere began to shift. The laughter started to fade, replaced by the ominous rustling of leaves and the eerie hoots of nocturnal creatures. The once comforting darkness of the canyon seemed to close in around them, their torchlights barely piercing the overwhelming blackness. Suddenly, they began to notice strange noises, sounds that didn't belong. A low growl here, a sharp rustle there, the sound of twigs snapping under unseen feet. The wind seemed to carry whispers, unintelligible words that sent shivers down their spines. The feeling of being watched, of being followed, slowly crept into their minds, turning their adventure into a nightmarish reality. Movements in the corners of their eyes, shadows darting between the trees, added to their growing unease. Their laughter was now a distant memory, replaced by a heavy silence. The thrill of the hike had turned into a cold dread, a sense of foreboding that they could not shake off. They were in the heart of the Provo Canyon, and they were not alone. They were not alone in the canyon that night, but who or what was with them? The deeper they ventured, the more intense the sense of dread became. The tranquility of the forest was slowly replaced by a chilling stillness, a quiet too perfect to be natural. The friends, once jovial and carefree, found themselves enveloped in an atmosphere of rising tension and fear. The laughter and chatter that filled the air just moments before now seemed like distant memories. As they moved further into the wilderness, a feeling of being watched crept up on them. It was as if unseen eyes were following their every move, tracing their steps with an eerie precision. The rustling of leaves, the snapping of twigs under unseen weight, the unexplained footprints that appeared in their path. These were not mere coincidences. They were signs that they were not alone in this desolate landscape. The footprints were peculiar, larger than any humans, and irregularly spaced, as if the creature that made them moved in a strange, predatory gait. The broken branches they found were not low-lying ones, but those high above their heads, snapped and twisted in a way that defied the natural order of the forest. The friends stopped joking, stopped laughing. Their faces, once flushed with excitement, now drained of color. Their eyes, wide with fear, darted around, trying to catch a glimpse of the terror that lurked in the shadows. Their hearts pounded in their chests like wild drums, the rhythm of fear echoing through the silent woods. They clung to each other, their camaraderie now their only source of comfort. Their jokes about the supernatural, once made in light-hearted jest, now seemed like cruel irony. The unseen terror was real, and it was watching them, closing in yet remaining unseen. It was a predator, and they were its prey. The friends realized, with a dread that sent shivers down their spines, that they were no longer the masters of their own fate. They were trapped in a terrifying game of cat and mouse. The terror was closing in, yet remained unseen. It was a predator playing with its prey. Then, in a clearing bathed in the cold moonlight, they stumbled upon something that froze their blood. A campsite, once a sanctuary in the wilderness, now lay abandoned and disheveled. The tent, once a symbol of adventure, was now a canvas of terror, shredded and torn. The remnants of a once crackling campfire now lay cold and dead, its embers long extinguished. The ghostly glow of the moonlight painted a chilling picture of the chaos. Food, gear, and personal belongings were scattered haphazardly, as if discarded in a frantic haste. A single boot tipped over bore silent witness to the struggle that had transpired. The once serene Provo Canyon had revealed its sinister secret, an eerie tableau of fear and panic that sent a shiver down their spines. Their hearts pounded in their chests, the silence of the night punctuated by their labored breaths. Their eyes darted around the clearing, each shadow and rustle intensifying the sense of dread. The realization dawned on them that they were not alone in this vast wilderness, and that the owner of the campsite could have met a fate they dared not imagine. The chilling discovery was a stark reminder of the unknown dangers that lurked in the dark corners of the canyon. The laughter and camaraderie of their midnight hike had given way to a palpable fear. The thrill of adventure had morphed into a primal urge to survive. As they stood in the clearing, the ominous silhouette of the canyon walls seemed to close in on them. The eerie stillness of the abandoned campsite served as a chilling prelude to the impending peril. They felt a chilling gust of wind, as if the canyon itself was whispering a warning. The silent scream of the abandoned campsite echoed in their minds. They were trapped in a nightmare that was only beginning. They were in the heart of Provo Canyon, a place where the line between legend and reality blurred, and the chilling discovery was a grim reminder that they were at the mercy of the unknown. With fear gnawing at their hearts, they decided to turn back, but the canyon had other plans. In the swirling darkness of Provo Canyon, each twisted turn and shadowy crevice seemed to conspire against them. The familiar path they'd trodden earlier was now a labyrinth of uncertainty. Every attempt to retrace their steps only led them deeper into the canyon's inscrutable depths. The once comforting silence of the wilderness was now a deafening roar in their ears, amplifying their growing sense of dread. As the minutes trickled into hours, panic began to claw its way up their spines. The canyon's eerie quiet was punctuated by the crunch of their frantic footsteps and the ragged rhythm of their breaths. They were lost in a place that seemed to exist outside the realms of the ordinary, where every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs sent shivers down their spines. The terrifying sensation of being watched, being hunted, was inescapable. The feeling was as tangible as the cold wind that whipped their faces, as real as the jagged rocks that bit into their weary souls. The canyon was no longer just a place. It had transformed into a sentient entity, a predator playing a cruel game of cat and mouse with its unsuspecting prey. And then the whispers started, soft, insidious murmurs that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the canyon. They danced on the edge of perception, too indistinct to decipher, yet chillingly clear in their intent. Alongside the whispers came fleeting figures in the shadows, darting in and out of sight, their ethereal forms barely visible in the moonlight. Caught in a waking nightmare, they stumbled on, their desperate escape turning into a relentless pursuit. Every nerve in their bodies screamed at them to run, to flee from the unseen terror that lurked in the canyon's depth. They were running not only from an unknown terror, but also from the chilling realization that they might never escape the canyon. As the dawn broke, they found themselves on the edge of the canyon, their bodies shaking, their minds haunted. Relief washed over them, an overwhelming tide that threatened to pull them under, but they were far from at peace. Their hearts still pounded like war drums in their chests, their souls still held captive by the chilling memories of the night. What had they seen? What had they heard? What had been in the canyon with them that night? Questions swirled in their minds, a whirlpool of terror and confusion, but no answers came. The canyon was silent now, its secret kept safe within its towering stone walls. They left that day, but the canyon never left them. It lingered in their dreams, in the shadows of their minds, a haunting reminder of the mystery they could never resolve. The Provo Canyon keeps its secrets well, but one thing is certain, it's not a place you want to be when the clock strikes midnight.